Hello, hello. Welcome to the Squirrel Circus podcast. I'm your host, the Rainbow Squirrel, and today I'm joined by Ian and Andy the Moss Guardian. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hello. We're doing great. We're doing great. Well, I'm doing great. I don't know about Andy the Moss Guardian, but
I'm
I'm doing
doing great too.
Fantastic.
nice.
This is really good.
How's Rainbow
And
Squirrel doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. And today we're gonna be analyzing again two songs. They will be "What Else Can I Do" from Encanto and um, "This Is What It's Not This Is What It Sounds Like." What it sounds like from K-pop Demon Hunters
hmm
because they are a good, I think, continuation of the themes we were exploring in the last episode.
hmm
So, what were your guys' thoughts?
mm So I haven't watched any of the films. I haven't watched Encanto or Demon Hunters. So I kind of went into listening to these songs a bit like blindly, without context and seeing if I could be able to get the message from them. I found that what else can I do? The Encanto song. I needed a bit more context to be able to kind of understand what it's talking about, like who is singing, what the story is about, um, etc. I think what it sounds like is a bit more to the point. I think the song by itself already kind of talks about a clear theme that is that could be independent from the film. It's not because it's part of the film, but like it could be a piece by itself, if that makes sense. And I like both songs. I mean,
Well,
both
then I
have
guess,
those.
sorry,
No, go ahead, go ahead.
is let's fill in the context because it actually does help to sort of explain the philosophy of the two songs. In the case of "What Else Can I Do?" Isabella is she's literally described in another song as the perfect golden child. And what leads up to the song is that the house that they live in is breaking apart and their superpowers are starting to weaken because of
Mm,
the repression and the pressure. There's also a song about that that the characters are under. And so Mirabel sees a prophecy from one of the other characters that it's going to be through Isabella that the house and the superpowers and the miracle get saved.
okay.
On top of that, Isabella is seems like she's going to be getting married to this guy from the town, and we come to find out that she doesn't want to do that. She's just doing that for like the well-being of the family. And the second she says that, uh, a cactus sprouts, and
All
that's where
right,
the
and
song
that's
begins.
where the song starts. Okay, yeah, that's where the song begins. Okay, okay, that clears it up quite a bit. Um, and yeah, I can see how this connects with the theme of the two songs on the last session. I think we are being presented with very similar, if not the same, archetypes. Um, so yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
And well, maybe just a little context for K-pop Demon Hunters. You have these
Oh yeah,
girls
please.
that um, try to sing to create this magical barrier that stops demons from entering the world. But it turns out that and this goes on for generations, and then the last generation of K-pop Demon Hunters, there is one of the girls, the main girl, the lead singer, is herself half demon. Oh
Dang.
shit.
All right. Okay.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
And so the demons come up with this plan to create a like a rival boy band, and by their singing, they're gonna weaken this magical barrier. And the big destruction of the magical barrier comes with showing the other two members of the K-pop Demon Hunters that the lead singer is a demon. So
All right. All right.
Yeah, I
right
would also
before the
like.
song begins, sorry,
Mhm. No, no, no.
right before the song begins, she says, if this is the magical barrier I'm supposed to protect, the Honmun, I'm glad to see it destroyed. And then it goes to,
Hmm.
this is what it sounds
Okay.
like.
Yeah, also I think it's pretty significant that both songs have a lot of the pressure that the singers are letting go of or are like freeing themselves of is a lot of the sense of tradition, right? The generations on generations of these demon hunters, K-pop demon hunter. Well, they're demon hunters, and then they're K-pop in the next generation, no?
Yeah.
And also the family, right? That they always talk about the tradition, and the abuela is like a very important character too, to like this whole tradition thing is the main oppression, I think, or the keeping things the same, no?
Yes. Yes. And suppressing all hints of flaws.
Hmm.
That's key to
Definitely.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're manifested very physically too. I like it that they both in both movies, like in the K-pop Demon Hunters, it's the scars, right? And in the other Encanto movie, it's the physical power, right? The manifestation of oneself, the perfect image, the straight hair, the and then the contrast, no, all the paint and the colors and the happy messy surroundings, no? It's very
Yes.
interesting how they do it in the audiovisual manner.
Yeah, in both cases you can see the like the literal physical world starting to break apart because of the suppression of flaws and then being repaired by the messy, authentic embrace of generation, free generation.
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Did we want to
Yeah, I
like
think I
look at
think
the
that clears it up
lyrics?
quite a bit.
What did you want to look at? The lyrics, the symbols, what
Yeah, the
aspects?
symbols more than because the lyrics are really interesting. We can look through some of them, not as methodically as we usually do, but we can look at some of them.
Mm-hmm.
But just before we get into that, I think as an animator, this might interest you. Both characters, Isabella and Rumi, they're they're throughout the film, their defining color is purple. And then in this moment of like breaking from the inherited value system into the creation of a new value system, they become like rainbow colored, which is I think it's interesting. It's sort of a transformation from the liminal into multiplicity, generative multiplicity, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's
Yeah,
let's
and
look at the
also like
lyrics.
purple is seen as a very like elegant, calm, mature color. Like the color of wine. Wine is like very mature, very serene. And then the explosion in colors is what makes the difference, right? What you said, yeah, I totally agree. It's very interesting, yeah.
So let's look at some lines from What Else Can I Do? This one is really interesting to me because if you try to define what beauty is, a lot of people would immediately go to symmetry or flawlessness or something like that. But
Hmm.
Isabella says it's not symmetrical or perfect, but it's beautiful. I find
Talking
that
about the
line
cactus, right?
fascinating. Yes,
Yep.
That's true.
Hmm. But
and
it's
it's
beautiful.
mine.
It's beautiful, and it's mine. I think
Hmm.
that's a key point.
So it's genuine, it's authentic, it's hers.
She's proud of it. For the first time, she's proud of being herself and not proud of being perfect.
Yeah, she sort of dismissively says, I grow rows and rows of roses, Flor de Mayo by the mile. Like all of that is a walk in the park, but it doesn't feel like anything.
Hmm. Yeah, roses are like unique when they're a unit, right? One rose is very special. A lot like un ramo of roses is beautiful, but if you're covered in roses, you forget the meaning of them, right?
Yes.
And so,
This line is also interesting. A hurricane of jacarandas. It's again also overwhelming, but it doesn't feel stale anymore
Mhm.
because it
More
has that
dynamic.
novelty. Yes, exactly.
and what color are jacarandas?
That color. That color.
Yeah,
And
so
also
that's also.
the contrast, no? Like rose, it's more symmetrical, it's like more organized, more perfect, more like planned. And then hurricane, which is more dynamic, which is like a chaos, an explosion of some power, right? It's interesting choice of words there.
And then
And
she,
again,
sorry.
we're talking about the same thing, right? From the other episode, star people and how they're oppressed, and so it's really interesting to see like a different repression, different oppressive power. No?
I it's this this view is so new to me that I always fail to think through that lens when I see something, but it makes so much sense. She lived as an I person her whole life. Both
Hmm.
of them did, Isabella and Rumi. And
Hmm.
in this moment, they are becoming star person, star people.
Exactly. That's the repressed eye. Look, I have a picture of the repressed star. That's what they were.
That's literally
That's what
them.
they
Oh my
were.
God.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
That's exactly right. And it's interesting. It's like the emergence of the star person. There's a star man. No, that's another song. Is
Yeah,
what
the
fixes the fractures of the old world. Very nice, very nice. She says, can I deliver us a river of sundew? Careful, it's carnivorous. A little just won't do. It's like previously, most of the things she was describing are safe. I mean, carnivorous plants don't. This kind of carnivorous plant
predictable.
doesn't eat humans, but still, it's like she's playing with danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like literally going out of herself, like blooming.
I think it's
Starflower.
also interesting how, because I mean I didn't watch the film, but I did like look into the synopsis, and I understand every member of this family has a gift, right? Like a magical gift.
Yes.
Is it? Wait, what's her name? The one who's singing again?
Ah,
Isabella.
Isabella.
Isabella. Is her gift related to plants specifically?
Yes. And the thing is,
Yeah.
Okay.
people, the way they present it is she can control flowers. She can make every flower.
All right.
But then in this song, it's like, no, it's not just flowers. She can make any plant at all.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Okay.
she
Okay.
repressed herself to only making the beautiful plants, no, the beautiful, the aesthetic ones, the
Yeah,
ones
the
that are
pretty ones, the colorful ones, the ones that
exactly the ones that
smelled
are
good.
predictable, that the ones that are like safe, right? But now she is like letting go. It's basically the frozen thing all over. So she's not repressing her powers, she's just letting go.
Yeah, I feel this is interesting because
Right.
it taps into, doesn't only tap into like into an inner perspective, like an inside perspective of who I really am and how can I express myself, but there is also a theme of creation here. I think this is tapping not only
Mm-hmm.
to the individual, but it's also tapping into a more broad point of view of the universe, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of, she has a power that God also has of creation. She has the power of creating plants and making plants rise from the earth. So
Mm-hmm.
it kind of makes me think about, why would God be limited to only creating pretty or visually and aesthetically pleasing plants? Right, I think so. It also kind of relates us as humans to nature, I think, and
Mm-hmm.
to the nature of creation, to the nature of yeah. I don't know. It's just a thought that
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
I
makes total
found
sense. I
interesting.
like it.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of this star, this inner star, seems to be very related to the natural laws of creation, right? It seems to be this power that is inside of us as humans that drives us to create, and that it seems like no other animal has, like just creation from imagination, like not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily necessary creation, because we see, I don't know, I can imagine beavers, beavers create, beavers like cut down trees and they use those trees to make dams and create a lake, from a river, where that, but it's something
Pretty cool
necessary,
too.
it's something they need. Us
Beavers are
humans
star
create.
people.
I think all animals have that point of creation, right? Or at least
Mm-hmm.
a massive part of the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
But we have this gift. We have this gift that we create not because we need to create, right? We don't need to create, but we still do, and we have the power to create. We have power to imagine something and put it into the physical reality, which is something very special, right? It's something very special, and I think it's something that is very worth talking about and very worth stressing. And I think that makes this song great. I think that makes the theme of the song and how they present not only the song, I guess the whole theme of the film.
Mm-hmm.
It,
It's the best Disney movie.
you think so?
Yes,
Okay, okay. I'll have to watch it. I'll have to
No,
watch it.
I still think that they could have pushed the climax even more. I mean, I have watched it like a long time ago, okay, but I mean the stakes are there, but it feels something, you know? I did not look up to it. Like I did not prepare anything of this, right? But this was my first impression that the ending there was some unresolved things that were still in the back of my head, like, right? But well, that's for another episode. Maybe I did not prepare anything for this, so I'm
it's
just
it's
gonna
still the
say.
best Disney movie. It still is.
Maybe it is the best Disney movie, but it's not the best animated movie. I do think Pixar has better movies than this one.
But Pixar doesn't have musicals.
That's why they're also better.
What a
In my
bold claim.
opinion,
We
in
have some
my
serious declarations over here. We have some
opinion,
serious declarations.
in my opinion. But anyway,
What in the fadungle?
I would like to point out, in Encanto, okay, they all have superpowers and they use it, right? So I do feel like they're all being themselves a lot, and they move from their own inertia, making them star people. Like all the family of Encanto is like a very efficient working star people system, right? No one is like being oppressed of their own power except the ones that are perfectionists like Isabella, right?
Mhm.
And
I mean,
And
of course
Luisa.
Bruno and was it Bruno?
Bruno,
It was
yeah.
Bruno. Yeah,
Well,
Bruno
Bruno
too.
was a star person, and he was sort of exiled. Oh,
Exactly, exactly. So yeah, it's not as functioning as I mentioned, okay? But what I found interesting is that it's this fear that oppresses. Like it's 100% always fear from another human that oppresses the star. Fear of the different. And that I was told, and I believe that comes from the primitive feeling of having to belong to a group for survival, like in the early human beings. They needed this group for survival after all. And in genes, it turns out that if you had the gene of being very different, you would have more possibility of being left out of the group, hence
mhm.
not surviving, hence not passing on the genes, blah, 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 right? So what do you guys think about this? I mean, there's
That
many more aspects, but like,
that gets back to Nietzsche's idea that if you're
exactly.
different, you're gonna be exiled from the group. And if you can make your own values, then you will survive and you will be
mhm,
life affirming. And eventually people will come to you for those values.
Yeah. What doesn't click to me about Nietzsche, I've been thinking about it, right, since last episode, is that yeah, but like also many star people are artists, and many artists need someone to see their art, right? They need like another end of the communication, because art is a communication, so they communicate, but they do need some kind of receptor. No, I mean, me as an artist, I do need people to see this. Look, I made this. React, react, right?
mhm,
It's
It
really
feels
cool.
nice. It's fulfilling. It's the satisfaction sense, right? So going out of society, in a physical sense, right? Because many people say like, yeah, I go out of society, like I just don't hang out with people that I don't find cool, right? I don't let myself be oppressed by someone, right? That's also like kind of going out of society, but physically moving out and like isolating is not, I don't think that's very good for star people in general.
But here's a question. Why does a star person, why would a star person need someone to see their art?
Because of a feeling of accomplishment, the self-validation,
But
connection, human connection after all.
if you're getting your validation from connection and society and embrace, then to some degree you're leaning a little bit to the I person.
I wouldn't say so because I am not, I wouldn't like, I don't accommodate my art for them. I
Okay.
show it, right?
But
And then to ¿cómo se dice? Show, just to show.
yeah, that's
but then
interesting. I'm gonna put my thought into this because I am also an artist,
yes.
and I think differently. I think I differ in the way I think about art. I don't think art, at least I as an artist, create art for other people to see. You know, it is nice. It is fulfilling, showing my song to someone and seeing their reaction. Regardless of if it's a good reaction or if it's a bad reaction, it's always there is always a sense of fulfillment. But the reason I started writing songs in the beginning, I think, has absolutely nothing to do with that. I think I found art more as a tool to understand myself and to be able to see myself from an outer perspective. It's kind of difficult to look into oneself, right, and really understand who you are, because our own perspective of ourselves is composed of like a lot of fragments, that are some are missing, some are present, and the ones that are present probably shouldn't be present, and the ones that are missing probably it just becomes very confusing trying to look into yourself, right? I think this kind of relates a bit like to maybe Jungian philosophy, and um, I find a lot more importance in being able to I myself see what I have created than having another person see what I have created. Because the main point for me to create art is just understanding myself better, right? And being able to kind of understand where this star inside of me is hiding, and being able to express it in a way. And I don't like just writing a song. I don't need to show someone my song to make them understand me. I just need to create a song, look at it myself, and then act accordingly to what I have thought and to what I have created, to
which
present
is
myself as real as possible in front of another person, right? So if I don't know if that makes
That
total
makes
sense.
complete
It
sense.
makes
Yeah,
complete
yeah,
sense,
that's
and it's very Nietzschean. It is.
And
yeah, I
so,
mean, true. That's very true. I mean, also mine, like, if not all of my artworks, I did it for this sense of satisfaction of looking at it
yeah,
myself, you know?
it's not like you're feeling alone, right? And
And I
you're
do
like,
art.
what can I do to attract some people around me to feel
No,
less
no,
alone?
no, that's
And
not about.
let's make an amazing piece of art that I know
But
people
also,
will admire, so that they come around me. It's
yeah.
I mean, I guess some people create
Oh,
in that
okay.
way, but I don't
Now,
know if it's.
now I know where I was going with this. And then, like, yes, there is this art that explores oneself. It always explores oneself, the art, right? But an art piece can also communicate a deeper message, a criticism maybe of society, and a scream for how I feel, right? This necessity to this need to yeah, to explain what is happening in a visual form, right? And I feel that is worth sharing because many people could relate to it. Bonds can be created with people if they can relate to it, or if they can't, right? If they can't, they will ask themselves, why is this not how I feel? Or is this how I feel, right? So that's kind of the impact of an artist that I like to have, right? To make people think, after all. I mean, this is all very sad. Like every artist in artist interviews, like, yeah, I wanted to express myself and make people think. And yeah, it's basically the same, you
Yeah,
know?
but that's it. Like, you just explained the value of having something to talk about in your art more than just making something impressive, you know.
Exactly. And for that communication, it needs a medium, but it also needs someone. It's connection, right? I mean, human connection, you can't get rid of that. If you go and isolate yourself, you're only gonna get like depressed.
But do you think it's something that is needed? Do you think that art needs to be shared,
No,
or is it something that happens naturally?
it
Is
happens
it
naturally.
something that the art itself by nature just kind of works in that way, because again, I'm not
I mean,
creating art to
artists,
communicate something. I'm creating art
yeah.
to understand something. And then other people will look into my art and they're gonna understand whatever I understood in a similar way, right?
I
And
think
tap
it's
into
both. I think both things happen. Many artists do the art as a goal for an exhibition, for people to see, to understand. That's why there's many arts. Wait, someone's calling me. Wait. Okay. And and there's also people who say like, no, like what the hell? Like, I don't want people to see my art. That's like personal, right? So I mean, artists are many people and very different people. And yeah. And us too, like Ian and I, were very different types of artists, I think.
Oh, yes, one's visual, one's sound. But
Well,
yeah.
yeah, and also the philosophy, no? I tend to look for validation more externally, and he does not get that at all. I admire that. I admire that, to be honest. Yeah.
No,
in
but
a
it's
sense,
nice because
that's sorry.
I think it's nice because we can both as artists express this and create a great dialogue.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're doing. It's interesting. It's interesting to say the least.
This is gold. This is content gold.
And
I'm the
so,
I'm the guy with the cigar to the artist.
it seems again like what was her name again? The one who's singing in Canto,
Isabel.
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 Isabel. I don't know why I have Maria in mind. I know it's not Maria. It's Isabel.
No,
It seems like Isabella's case is that she has been doing her art, right,
For
for the people,
others.
for others,
Yes. Hmm.
right? There is something that she is ignoring about herself. She is ignoring the actual potential that she has, right? She is ignoring the fact that she can do other stuff. She can do other stuff than just making flowers bloom. She can also make cacti bloom, and she can make trees grow out of she can.
you can
It's
do a lot of things.
Yeah, and I think that also kind of leads me to another interesting thought I had about this song, and it's that I I just the first time because I listened to it a few times, and the first time I listened to it, I had no context. I hadn't watched the film. I didn't know who was singing. I didn't know what the story was, and I read the title. Right, what else can I do? I think there is. I think you can put this phrase into two very different contexts. And the one of them is kind of more used than the other. I think the context that we are used to understand this phrase of what else can I do is
This is
there
the
is
only
nothing
thing I
else I
can
can
do.
do.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do. Like what else can I do? Like it's there's nothing I can do. But this song doesn't take it the same way. This song twists the context and makes it into it grabs that like the I think it makes sense that there's nothing to do. That's how you feel, as a star person who is in this situation where you have no other option but to do what others want you to do. Right? In this case, it seems like it's the grandma. It seems like it's El Pueblo. No, El Pueblo needs her to grow flowers and to make the pueblo beautiful. So what can she do? She feels like she can't do anything. But this is the breaking point. She notices that she can do other stuff. So now the question, what else can I do, is not about I can't do anything else. It's more about, oh, I can do a lot more. So what else can I do? What else can I do? Let's see. Let's look forward.
Oh, I interpreted it differently as you spoke it. As you said it, I thought you were gonna say like, what else can I be but myself? No? Like, what
No, no,
else
no.
can I
In
be
this
but
case, no.
myself?
I'm talking about the literal way in which the writing of the song intends the phrase. You know. But it's
Yeah.
interesting. It's a breaking point. It's kind of a line. The phrase is a line
Yeah, yeah,
where
yeah.
you have a negative side and you have a positive side,
Yeah.
and the song is in the middle of the line. It's a transformation. It's like a book that goes from here to here, and that's
Yeah.
very cool. That's actually like amazing songwriting, and especially related to the context of the story.
hmm
Absolutely. No, that's actually a really fantastic analysis of it.
Yeah. And have you seen the level of animation that K-pop Demon Hunters has? Like the animation is very, very smooth. I don't know what
Yes.
they're doing. Like what are they using? That's some very, very good
That's some
animation.
Netflix production right there. They're just putting
Yeah.
in the gains on the.
I don't know. I
Sony
have not informed
Animations.
myself.
The thing is, Sony Animations is really good at playing with frame rates. So they'll
hmm
have two different items on screen. They'll have a character and the character like Rumi is holding a sword, and the sword and the character will move at different frame rates.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, wait a minute.
Well,
Wow.
yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. Damn.
sounds like sounds like Sony Animations is. Um, oh no, I don't know. That's a very appropriate joke to.
Oh yeah, well,
They've got their minions working on because it's mad work. You know, like to achieve
hmm
shit like that, the only way you can achieve something like that is just
No, it's new
energy, a
technology. It's
lot
new
of energy.
technology. It's new
Yeah.
technology as well. Like there is no way that pure force power will do that. Like it's definitely new technology.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a joke I was gonna make. You can
Oh.
assume what I was gonna talk about, but no.
I am
No, no, let's
clueless.
just
I
not.
do not know
Let's
what you
just
were gonna
not.
say.
Let's just not. Let's just not.
No,
And
stop
it's
digging your own grave. Like put the ground back to its place and let's move on.
it's cool because like they also did these tricks with the Spider-Man movies, the Miles Morales
Yeah,
movies.
the
Yeah,
Spider-Verse. That
yeah,
was
yeah.
very, I still have to watch that. Like, as an animator, that's a crime not having watched that movie. But I'm like, I don't know. I need to watch it. I need to watch it. Like, I've seen like clips of it and it's very good. Like, even the story, like the plot, it's amazing. It's
It's very
breakthrough.
very well
It's a
written. It's
breakthrough in
amazing.
animation. Like that's gonna transcend. Like everyone in in the next generations of animation industry are gonna learn that this film broke the new record of like amazingness in animation. It was DreamWorks, no? What was it? What company is that again? I don't
The
remember.
Spider-Man movie?
Yeah.
Sony
It's
Animation, the same
Sony
people that
Animation,
made
damn.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Okay, okay, okay. Because like I've been learning about animation like history and stuff, and Sony Animation has never like popped up. Like the ones that have popped up is like Disney and like Pixar. And maybe DreamWorks because of Shrek, right? But yeah,
How to
I
Train
think
Your Dragon.
Sony Animation seems to be also like pretty new, at least in the mainstream.
Yes.
Because
mm,
I think Disney and Pixar and DreamWorks are like OGs. You know,
yeah, they're
those
the
are the
three
ones that
first
we
in the
grew up
3D in
with.
the 3D world. Yeah, in the
That was
3D
like the
animation.
breakthrough in the world of 3D animation, and it
hmm
was like the break.
Especially
It was a
Pixar.
massive
Like
breakthrough. Yeah.
Pixar was the first one, then came DreamWorks, and then came Disney.
Yeah,
Like
and it seems like
Walt
Sony
Disney.
Animation is just kind of taking that and making it better, you
Yeah,
know,
I
Yes.
don't remember. I don't
taking.
remember. But yeah, it's amazing. It's
And
very
who
cool.
are the people that made Arcane? Like I know it's Riot Games, but
I think
who made Arcane?
it's Netflix. I don't.
It's
I mean,
owned by
yeah, but
Netflix, but what's the animation studio?
it's it could also be.
Uh,
I mean, the style feels very much. I mean, having or knowing the
It's
Spider-Man animation
Netflix. It's
style of
Netflix.
No, but who
it
did
feels
Netflix
it
hire?
feels
For
like it could also be
Teach.
Sony,
For
right?
Teach, it's a new studio. It's like For Teach. It's a French studio.
Fortiche,
Oh,
yes,
damn.
that's the one.
For Teach, yeah,
Okay.
innovative French studio challenging the big animation. Yeah. But yeah, it was distributed by Netflix, basically.
Same with K-pop Demon Hunters. It was made by
Yeah.
Sony Animations, but
It was
distributed by
distributed,
Netflix.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, the K-pop Demon Hunters. No, Arcane. Sorry, I was gonna say Arcane also has like a very distinct animation style, and the way they did it was with matte painting. Like they painted on top of the 3D models by hand, so they had this 2D look, but that's actually 3D. It's really cool. Like all of the competitiveness in the industry is making a lot of great movies.
Oh yeah.
Now we have to look, now we have to go deeper on the plot because ever since Pixar changed its leader, like its director, it has
Mhm.
not been the same. It has not been the same, and there's a huge difference. So we have to keep up with the script.
Pixar
Script
fell
of
off.
Big Brother.
Pixar fell the fuck off.
It's because
Damn.
you know what they did like before with the prior leader. I don't remember his name, sorry, but they would do like they would come together all of the like executive like the team leaders of an animation production, and they would converse. They would pitch ideas and they would have stone cold like feedback, like not sugar coated. And that's how they did such great like story arcs and person like character arcs transformation, and like the stakes were there, the everything was there. um but now like since the new director is like the old one retired and there's new management, they don't do that anymore, so they have a new approach that is maybe some argue that it's might be like better suited for the audiences nowadays and like the situation and the world and blah blah blah, because the directors are allowed a lot more. Like the directors are allowed to tell their personal stories. For example, Luca. It was a completely personal story of this one director that grew up in like Italy in this like little town, and he's telling his own story through the Pixar characters. And yeah, it's a beautiful story, but the stakes are not there, right?
Yeah.
It's not the same as a fish like with
Yeah,
that
lost in the ocean, right?
lost all of his children, and this one child that he still has, he has
That's
massive
disabled.
trauma. And that's disabled,
Disabled
like
and also
goes to
gets
the
lost.
other side of the fucking ocean. He like that's huge stakes. That's amazing story transformation, right? And
Yeah.
the climax is also very, very good. And they encounter sharks. They like everything is there, right? But with the Luca film or the like in general, like it's very beautiful, like personal stories. Yeah, but the world is not gonna end if this guy doesn't win the race, right?
Like this is where I disagree with your criticism of K-pop Demon Hunters. The stakes
Okay,
in
yeah,
that
yeah.
movie
Wait, wait, wait,
were
wait, wait, wait,
literally
whoa,
the
whoa,
world is gonna
whoa,
end. Those were literally the
whoa.
stakes of the movie.
It's different. It's
No,
I did not mention K-pop Demon Hunters. I said it the other day after the podcast, but I reconsidered, okay? So the K-pop Demon Hunters, what I didn't like about the movie is okay, the stakes are there, blah blah blah. But again, it's the same feeling of they could have pushed the climax more. Like they give us the result too
too
easily.
quickly.
Like, okay, yeah, there's a battle, but then the demons just, okay, bye. They disappear, right? But
No, they killed
that's
them.
the
They
end. Like
vanished them all.
yeah, but like they it's still it's the climax should have been like more intense, you know? There's a
But
very very
is
cool.
that a story writing problem
Yes.
or is it the
It is. It is because like there's a very genius video that like our script teacher showed us in class, is like how to make the perfect climax. And the example is one of the Star Wars movies where literally there was the situation where they had to shoot at a specific place of the like this massive star,
Yeah.
Well, Ian
Excuse
and I
excuse
know
my
exactly
language.
what
Like
you're
Yeah.
I
talking
am
about.
and so
Brings me back to those days.
and yeah, and so the climax has these three parts, right? I don't remember how many, but like I'm gonna go through them. So the first part is like there's this hope, and then all the hope is taken away. So there's this one character with this impossible mission on a time, like the time is very different. Like they don't have time. They have to do it now, right? There's only this one chance, one more thing, or he has to go, and
Yeah,
he's the
it's
main
this.
character.
There's always this borderline miracle factor that you
Exactly.
need, right?
No,
This,
and also like the teachings because he hears the teachings of or the it was called the
Obi-Wan.
John,
Say his name. His name was Obi-Wan.
not Obi-Wan, the other one. The other, yeah, Obi-Wan, yes, but the other one,
No,
his friend
Yoda's
that
in the
betrayed
next
him.
movie. It has to be
yeah,
Obi-Wan.
Yoda's later.
No, not no, the guy, the jackass, the one who betrayed him, but then in the end came by and helped him.
Oh, Solo?
Yeah.
His teachings? I don't know if he taught him a
No, not
lot.
his teachings. The teachings was from Obi-Wan, but then
Yes.
this guy, when everything is in the climax, like when he was about to like fuck up, there comes the help, right? And it feels so good because we didn't count on him. We didn't know he was gonna come. We already said like, no, this guy, he went, no? So this climax is so good. And the K-pop Demon Hunters, I don't remember. Like that's how bad it is. I don't remember the climax. And it didn't push it. We didn't have the sense that the world was gonna end.
It's
We were like,
not
oh, wait, how is the crowd gonna react to this song, right? Like, how are the people gonna react? But like, where's the climax? Where's the
wait, no.
excruciating
Hold
anxiety?
on. Hold on. It does start with you had this big hope. You had a bunch of people that were fighting the K-pop Demon Hunters who were fighting to keep the Hanmun. And then that fell apart. And then it all rested on Rumi. And even she was doubting herself. And then she had to go to face them alone. And she was going to die. And then the guy that already betrayed her came in and and that's why
But
she was
then,
able to win. It's exactly the same structure. What are you talking about?
But I don't
but
know
but then
why
it,
it
it seems
feels.
it seems like the whole movie of K-pop Demon Hunters is just that last part of Star Wars. You know, like they cut they cut a big part of the story to present on screen, and they just jumped straight into the climax, and therefore it doesn't feel as climactic.
I don't
I feel.
know. I
No,
have
they
to
built it
rewatch
up.
it.
It's a
I have
very
to rewatch
different
it.
build up from Star Wars, but the structure you describe of the climax is it's
Yeah, but
literally the
maybe
same.
okay, maybe it's I am telling you, I don't remember the climax of the Demon Hunters because
You don't
ew,
remember the Star Wars climax either because you haven't seen it.
I did. What are
Yeah,
you
we
talking
did,
about?
but
What are you talking? Like Ian is in charge of my culturalization of movies, okay? And he corroborates, like he says that I have watched that movie, then it's because I did. Okay.
Did you watch all of
yeah,
them?
but you haven't watched it 10 times like we have, you know, and that's the
It's literally.
I think that's the difference. But I'm gonna make you watch the whole of Star Wars at least.
Please.
Speaking of it,
Well,
what
anyways,
order do you think people should watch Star Wars in? Chronological order
Oh
or
no, Star Wars, it's the original order. I think it
the
starts with
release order?
episode
Okay.
4, 5, 6. I think originals, prequels, and the sequels. I think are optional, honestly, but
Yeah.
they're fun to watch. They're fun to watch. They're fun to
The-
watch.
I watched a
Like
sequel, didn't I? I watched one of the sequels, I
No,
think.
we watched Rogue One. Rogue One's amazing.
That one.
Rogue One
Rogue
is
One's
great.
great.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But
See,
that's
here's how I think it should be. I think it should be chronological, but thorough. It's episode 1, episode 2, Clone Wars, episode 3. You have to play Jedi Fallen Order. Then you have to watch uh which one goes after? Then you have to watch Solo. Then you have to watch Rebels. Then you have to watch Andor. Then you have to watch Rogue One. Then you
can
have to watch
you send me a
4,
message
5,
of that?
6. Then
I'm
you
not
have to
gonna
watch the
remember.
first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, and that's it. Everything else is bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. It's gonna
Okay.
be a while, but yeah.
Anyways, I don't know why. Maybe it's the relationship with the characters. I'll come back to you with it. But
Maybe
I
we
have
should
a
watch
reason.
it again. And
I have a reason. Because why K-pop Demon Hunters didn't click as hard. I will give you the reasons, right?
I
Okay.
like reasons. I do like that.
Yes.
And well,
Yeah.
somewhere I will agree with it. Even though Encanto is the best Disney movie, the climax is not does not follow that structure at all.
mm.
Like it just
Yeah.
doesn't. Like the worst thing that can happen, oh, we're gonna lose our superpowers. That's the the stakes of the
Our house is
climax in
gonna fall
Encanto.
down. Oh no, we'll lose our house and our
Hmm.
power.
I don't know. I should have
We'll be
watched the
poor
movies
like the
before.
rest of the world. I don't know. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched
Man, boy.
it. Yeah.
But yeah, pretty good analysis. Pretty good talking.
To summarize it, basically the repressive structure falls apart because of its own repression, and it comes down to a liminal figure that channels the breakdown and alchemizes it, transforms it into a renewal of a new system. That's what Rumi does, and that's what Isabella does, and that's the path from the purple to the rainbow. And well,
And to the squirrel.
purple rainbow.
Nice.
So yeah,
So a
like and
question for the
subscribe.
viewers. A question for the viewers. Are you being your true self?
Are you being your true self?
Why
And
are you not being your true self? When are you going to be your true self?
and what else can you do?